What's up, YouTube? We are back today with another Maxor video, a part 2 of his Elden Ring series. I have been told that the editing only gets better from this video onwards. I've been trying to cut back on my caffeine, and I feel like I need to break that effort already and dial it in for this video. Let's go.
Do not play this video in the dark. It is very scary.
Okay.
The lands between.
Seizure warning?
So
yeah, you could have put that on a little bit longer.
Until I showed up. Welcome back, everyone, to Elden Ring, one of the games of all time, featuring deep role-playing.
Wait. Okay. YouTube taught me something. How to go back frame by frame. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy for that. I'm learning all sorts of new things about these videos. Just the other day, I learned that you can adjust the subtitle placement. Madness. Wild. Max0r, let me date her. Got it.
Deep role-playing mechanics, riveting combat, cool math games, happy Wii hosts, and probably a story so convoluted that entire YouTube channel.
Wait. All right, we got the body. Okay, yeah, this is just like a shitload of his videos. Okay, got it. Yeah, it is true. I feel like certain games and certain genres are able to spawn such a massive fandom that people can make literally hundreds of videos about it. There's another creator that I really like that's made an entire basically career of a YouTube channel talking about Arcane.
YouTube channels exist just to tell you about it. I do not know much about the lore, but I do know one thing. Melania is definitely the Blade of Mikola. When we last left
and
off,
she is never known defeat.
Pain and suffering in our quest to destroy the cast of Percy Jackson. But do not worry, the pain has only just begun. And if you somehow haven't seen the first part, then that's fine. I have also seen JoJo.
Fine.
So with the Elden Ring shattered and scattered among America's inbred dipshits, it's time to tear our way through enemies aplenty. Attempt to find a girlfriend, almost impossible.
Consider ending yourself? Holy, listen, I don't know if you can put these on YouTube either.
And test the true strength of my hardware, because this will be our greatest challenge yet, and also the easiest challenge for the rest of the game.
I feel like he could make trailers for this game.
Last time on Blatant
incredibly.
Copyright Infringement Fair Use Edition, we struggled to take Grandpa off his life support with violence.
It's me, Blatant Copyright Abuse Fair Use Edition, the reaction channel.
Delivered Garfield his precious lasagna, and finally convinced Joseph Hussein Biden to end it all with nuclear fire. I'm dead serious. Wow, that was fucking crazy. I better fast travel to the third Impact Evangelion. We're moving at a real breakneck speed. You know, just when I was thinking this game can't possibly get bigger, it gets significantly bigger. I'm not sure if the developers are okay, especially since they're trapped in the same room.
They are not okay.
Man. It turns out nuclear weapons are a great way to excavate the earth, and there are no long-term consequences, which means...
Let's not give anyone any ideas about using nukes for excavation, please.
We've got an entirely new area to explore, hiding just beneath our feet. And no, we're not going to visit the Blue Man Group again. I still have the nightmares. Wait a second, this is Michigan. I need to leave as soon as possible.
Hello, traveler.
Ah, it's a woman.
I am possessed of 4 arms, and that is what tickles thy fancy?
Pringles can.
Art thou of no more brain than stone?
Can you speak English?
Can you throw yourself into a wood chipper? Listen, I have never seen a caucasoid run that fast. They kept yelling, "Go, white boy, go."
Okay.
I shall need thy help.
Wait, I've seen the reference to like "Go white boy go" and "Go white girl go." Can somebody explain to me the actual origin of that? Because it's funny and I can't explain why, and I don't know where it came from. I tried to Google it the other day and it just like came up with a bunch of instances of people saying that on TikTok, which I feel like doesn't actually help.
To run my errands.
May I ask why?
No, I'm going through a tunnel right now. Your signal is breaking up.
True. I'm sure we'll never see her again.
I may not have known at the time, but this was the beginning of an absolute rabbit hole, one that would lead me to dangerous and disturbing territory in the future. This shit makes Blighttown look like a playground. Welcome everyone to the Nether Fortress. It's 3 rooms long.
The problem with Blighttown was, especially when it released, that game, especially if you were playing on consoles, literally hit sub 20 FPS. It was like 15 FPS sometimes, and you were jumping down these rickety ass shacks and they were shooting poison at you, and it was just constantly lagging. You can deal with the rot.
and filled with
Imagine if
naked
there
and
were
hostile
rot
women,
archers.
which is my preferred enemy. I've always wanted to be a police officer. This is just like my favorite Japanese anime, Kill the Cats. And if that's a little too intense for you, don't worry. There are dozens of skinwalkers waiting around every corner. Just knowing that makes me feel very comfortable. But my favorite enemy in the entire level is in fact myself. Me. I am the boss of the level. Hey, what's up guys, Maxor here. We're out here going after Shadow Peter Pan. I'm forced to fight the only bitch that I trust. Gonna lay a fucking smackdown on Dark Link. This battle is a unique concept to say the least. It perfectly copies and uses your entire inventory. And yes, this
Except they're
does mean you
stupid.
can unequip your weapon and laugh at him for the whole fight. He literally cannot damage me in this state. Not that you would need it, because if there's anyone in the world who knows how to keep me down, it is myself. This boss's weakness is naked anime women, but overall it was a great.
Isn't it all of our weaknesses? This actually reminds me, in Guild Wars 1, there was a fairly difficult, potentially, fight where you had to fight a doppelganger. It was the exact same concept where it had an exact copy of your skills and stuff like that. But basically people, because the AI was bad, people would intentionally make builds to go in there where it would like sack health, and they would just let it kill itself by sacking its own health because it was actually stupid. Oh man, good times.
Great experience taking revenge upon the man who ruined my life. Unfortunately, as a result of that battle, I have destroyed a part of myself. I have killed my artistic integrity. Hey guys, I built an entire torture chamber for animals in hardcore Minecraft, and if you want to see how I exterminate the innocent, stick around until I kill my son. I feel like if you showed this video to
I also feel like it's so weird that Minecraft hasn't patched in a lot of things. Like the people have basically just found NPC murder factory solutions for, because I think everybody universally agrees that actually hunting for things in Minecraft for as much as you actually want when you start making big builds is a huge pain in the ass. And so people always come up with these builds to just like torture villagers and lock them in walls and stuff like that. So it's kind of weird to me that they don't, I don't know, make a more official way to do some of those things and just let that be the meta.
a Victorian child
Maybe
who
that's
would
just
die
me.
instantly. And speaking of dying, we've returned again to Jump Scare Junction. That's right, I lied to you. I give Dora the wrong directions. This area is an identical copy of the last time, complete with the same puzzle, the same enemies, and the exact same boss, but this time he's glowing. Just like
It's
this
actually
video.
just
Now, don't
upstairs.
get me wrong, I love beating Canadians
You can actually jump down the ruins and end up in the lower area. Like it is actually literally vertically in the same area.
to death, but why? Please do not subject me to more Canuck boss torture. Now, as for the rest of the area, it's pretty nice, you know, kind of short, introduces the brand new Sapient Sphere
Canuck
type enemy.
and ball
That's okay,
torture.
though. I too have seen Steel Ball run, but what I really want to find is this knife, which is a surprise tool that will help us later. With
Finger
this,
Slayer.
I may now cause
I
many
hardly
kitchen
know her.
nightmares. Let's go talk to someone who actually knows what's happening right now. Not you.
Still love that
Though the
transition.
alternative isn't much better.
Hey, Tarnished.
Yeah, hi.
I see you've come to me with LondonBinKnife.png.
So you know what it is then?
No, but if you desire a refund, I must redirect you to Ronnie the Witch in her Karian call center. Only then can you rebate your purchase.
Oh, I've met Ronnie before. She's, interesting.
But I must warn you, Tarnished, the temptation of a blue gash is strong beyond belief. I, too,
The
have felt
temptation
the
of a
call
blue
her perfect
gash?
hands upon my
Holy
castle.
shit.
Just imagine, Tarnished, what those 4 armpits must smell
I'm
like.
going to leave now. Welcome everyone to Horrors Beyond Comprehension, a land of the hands, as it were. The Finky Dinky. Making my way here was a treacherous affair. I had to dodge the magical artillery using my immense skill. This place, however, is anything but safe. I would describe it a bit like the SpongeBob perfume department. You simply need to get through it, but you will lose a part of yourself. There are hands everywhere, in the ground, on the ceiling, and within my nightmares.
Fun
They
fact,
are
if you
90%
hit them with any fire damage, they writhe on the ground upside down with their little hands squirming and all the fingers going like it's very satisfying.
of the enemies, and the remaining 10% kind of remind me of myself in a really strange way. My name is Yoshikage Kira. I'm 23 years old and making YouTube videos. As it turns out, the Queen of Caria going insane in Hogwarts had implications for the kingdom, and one of those implications, kind of slaps. You know, like a hand. I too would kill myself if I was written by J.K. Rowling. I can't even search for pictures of normal Knuckles on Google because I keep getting this fucking echidna. Human Knuckles just makes it worse. Now, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh, yeah.
You know, because of that movie, there's been a huge surge in searches for Knuckles. You can look up the phenomenon with Knuckles inflation. Type it into Google.
So after dealing with my Oni-chan and killing the only normal people for miles, the game just gives up and has us fight a ghost instead. I've always wanted to kill a white woman. Also, I'm available at this address. This fight is actually an iteration on the previous Tree Sentinel boss, so it's a really good thing that I beat him. You could say I have a lot of practice with the moveset. This time, however, we've got a copious amount of magic, even greater speed, and a horse ghost, which implies that there is a horse hell. Horses don't belong in the battlefield. They belong in the McDonald's menu. I can't even turn the bastards into glue anymore. This is just like George Orwell's Animal Farm. In summary, this boss is good, but nothing we haven't seen before or will see in 5 minutes. The magic earns her a really comfortable spot in B tier right next to herself, but that is a story for part 19. So for now, I'm just gonna send her to a farm upstate.
How many parts are there? Are there like 6? I don't know. This man's insane.
By the way, I've played this game for 130 hours and haven't slotted a spell. Now, as a full metal consequence of my vehicular manslaughter, we have finally unlocked Ronnie's Rise, and my favorite part of the game, Romansu Shimureta. Honestly, I'm a big fan of the writing on this one. I just don't really...
Wait. Did I just see it's morbing time? Morbius, I'm about to morb. It's morbing time. Not the Tom Hanks. Oh shit. Okay. Look at that pout though on Ronnie. How could you say no to that?
Just don't really care for the Blythe arc where he eats the classroom. But to get to that, we have to fight the most dangerous and powerful boss of them all, the copy-paste key. If we can teach magic to fucking dragons and dogs, I don't even know why we try. The most powerful wizards can be found in a zoo. You know, at least he
gets stuck on the terrain? Yeah.
He's gone. He has chosen peace. I guess all that's left to do now is enter Toyota High School so I can finally meet the love of my life.
How the fuck did you do that?
Do what?
Ohayou gozaimasu.
She says, her long hair swaying in the Among Us Morbius Among Us sus.
So, why are you here exactly?
Oh god, the game actually prompts you. I really gotta think about this one.
Tell you what, I'm also in the business of killing God. I want to restore the good old-fashioned values upon which we used to rely.
Is that a bad thing?
Darkness.
Now, are you going to join or not?
Oh god, she doesn't know I'm a sub.
Wonderful. Your first mission is to kill my brother, Satan. You can find him inside his volcano.
Are you trying
Easy
to kill me?
clap.
Don't come back until one of you is dead.
Well, I guess that's it then. Time to take the elevator so I can talk to my sleep paralysis demon.
Greetings, Tarnish.
Oh god, not him.
It is I, Brian Dog, from Family Guy.
Please leave me alone.
I'm not really here right now, so please...
God damn it, it's an answering machine.
At the tone, please record your message.
Finally, it's time to continue playing the game. And to get to the aforementioned volcano, we must first ascend. We have to elevate our consciousness so I can have my date with Ronnie Senpai. Fortunately for us, there is an elevator. Thank God the Mountain of Death is wheelchair accessible. You just gotta watch out
I
for the
never take that
falling
elevator.
rocks. I'm beginning to
I
get the
always
impression
just
that
climb
I'm
up the
not wanted
caves.
here. So we enter the absurdly large elevator, custom built and designed for the new American male, and place our keys in the ignition like a sedan. Welcome.
Wait. I was just in Disney the other day. I was visiting Los Angeles, or not Disney. I was at Universal, and it was very smart. But they actually have replicas of the ride seats at the bottom of a bunch of the rides to make sure that you actually can fit into it, because there's a large percentage of Americans that can't fit into the rides anymore. And like, it's very smart to put it at the bottom, you know, so you don't get all the way to the front. And they're like, sir, I'm going to need you to walk all the way back. I hope you didn't spend 2 hours in line or whatever. But man, I'm honestly kind of surprised that they haven't started making those things like even bigger now.
Welcome every pony bazinga to the Altus Plateau, land of the fourth demigod and his magic treehouse. I originally meant to go to the volcano immediately, but this area is the world's biggest set of dangling keys. There are 2 paths we can take to traverse this area: the road of proper upright civilization or the forest of immaculate pain. You know, I did both of them, but this one is funnier. Welcome everyone to...
Wait, what was that? Something about Eastern Europe? But hold on. The forest, yeah, the forest of Eastern Europe.
Welcome
Okay, fair
everyone
enough.
to the Worm People Dimension, a region totally unique in how it decides to kill me. You see, the inhabitants have a special
God, they're
status effect
so
called
gross.
death, and the effect of death is that it kills you rather painfully, and there's quite a few of them. My favorite example is definitely Wormface, who is called that for no reason. All of his attacks are basically instant kills. I think it could be better to take the stealthy approach here. Hey guys, Maxor here. Today we're gonna be sneaking into Big Shell. Right, and you have to stop the Facebook algorithm. It's giving people pronouns. So after navigating the Impale Jail, or just teleporting past it, because you can do that, we continue exploring Bikini Bottom so I may find the maniac. Just don't turn around on the bridge, because, he is there. So for the next part of our journey, we make our way to the Windmill Village.
Good old
which
gold
is,
mask.
Apparently a fun time. You know, I may be a fan of older women, but this is a bit much. These bitches really do be reenacting the plot of Midsummer in the local retirement center. Honestly, this area is pretty dope as long as you
I feel like this actually came out right around the time that Midsummer came out also. It was kind of a serendipitous timing.
make them angry. Don't worry, women are very easy to calm down. So with our domestic situation now under control, we
Historically,
walk
of
for 3
course.
seconds until the boss just kind of approaches you, just like Dio and his stand. Welcome back, everyone, to the official IGN walkthrough. And today we're gonna be fighting Slenderman. Gotta collect those 8 pages. His attacks are fast, really fast, and his combos are longer than my video schedule. If you ever think you're safe against this boss, think harder. This man goes harder than a police officer in the Black Sea. And to make things worse,
Harder than a, holy shit, man. How does he even come up with these jokes? What a legend.
we have a second phase which made me scream audibly. Finally, the spaghetti code. I haven't really fought a boss that required an exorcist before, but thankfully the priest was better at the game than me, so
There you
that's
go.
not the last time we're gonna see him, although I wish it was. So
Legitimately, the only boss that I summon on every single time is that goddamn Godskin Duo boss. I hate that boss so much.
with Friedrich Fastbear once again confined to his pizzeria, we approach the fabled Gate of Healthy Eyeballs, and after being welcomed very nicely by the residents, we catch a glimpse of our next destination. The next destination hurts my eyes. All you have to know is that I really want to get there because I am a
It also hurts
moth, and
graphics
also this
cards.
anime girl. Naturally, my first instinct was to head to the front door, like the feds outside my house, but these instincts were not correct.
You always
Also,
come
some
in the
people
back
say
door.
My videos are too fast, so here's a dog. So instead of whatever that is, we need to take the side route to get in. I have to skulk cantankerously towards my devilish deeds. But upon reaching the back rooms, we find that the way is blocked by the dreaded, most powerful enemy of the entire game. That's right, the copy-paste key is back, and this time he's tired of my shit.
True.
This battle is really difficult, not because the moveset is new, but because I have exhausted my horse jokes. To put this another way, he's tougher than my dad and hits harder than his belt. Not much is different this time around though, except for the damage. That is very new. This is just like my Redmi Note 11 Pro when I criticized the Chinese government. Overall though, this boss is a very cool reskin and a literal gatekeeper for the content ahead, which is why I decided to exploit him using my horse, just like the Mongols. Absolutely peak game design right here. I'm very impressed.
I commented on, okay, first of all, nice Wilhelm scream. I commented on this last time with the dragon fights. I feel like the horse is almost never the right move. I don't know why. I just feel like it has so much harder time dodging a lot of attacks, especially area ones. And it's just, I feel like it's never as good as just dodging. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It's just, I never could get the horse to feel like a good combat option, especially against bosses. I mean, more power to you, I guess, but.
1 second, guys, I need to answer my phone. So, with the evil lies of capitalism out of the way, it's finally time to head inside. This is what we've been building up for 13 entire minutes. And when I got there, I was so taken aback by what I saw that I fell off a cliff and died. Great start. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome to
Listerine,
Sears.
Royal Capital, a land that pleases the eyes and destroys my ears. The sound of the Smurf Jamboree is fucking inescapable. We're gonna hear it for the rest of the level in the form of my tinnitus. Look at this shit. Look how fucking big it is. And yes, we can visit all of that, the entire city. Do you see that dragon? You can climb it. These enemies, they can climb.
You have to climb it.
I'm 6 feet under. Enter the buildings, peruse the streets, find new enemies and die to them. We've got a little bit of everything here in Portland, Oregon. This game is Dark Souls 4, 5, and fucking 6. So I ask again, are the developers okay? Do they sleep? So after our
They are
encounter-
not, and no, they don't. They are not okay. They're not.
With band class, we move throughout the city, becoming acquainted with its welcoming residents, and there are so many different paths that it's actually hard to talk about. You can go down the streets and die, go through the storm drain and be dragged to the depths of hell, where the Catholics go, or you can go to the bad side of town and die to the exploding worm. I hesitate to call this a level because
You can also go into the sewers and fight one of the bosses like way early if you want.
this is a goddamn experience.
It's always an
Just
option.
Don't enter this innocuous well, because you'll have
well.
to fight the poo and piss men. Seriously, this is an entire dungeon in and of itself, and it's more convoluted and confusing than a woman. I want to get off Mr. Miyazaki's wild ride. Please let me see my family. But that is a story for probably never, because it's guarded by the demigod of incest. I will have to deal with him later, preferably after he stops dealing with me. So once I finish up preening the garden and becoming one with the graveyard, we ascend to the next level of consciousness and begin making our way to the palace above. It's pretty beautiful, but I would suggest installing railings, because I am stupid. And also this anime. Speaking of which, here's the next boss. He just kind of appears there. Gotta fight.
Yes,
Casper the
good gold
Unfriendly
free.
Beast. Now I could get into this boss, maybe talk about how he helped my insides experience fresh air, but he is very honed in, and we're going to get quite familiar with him later. And also he has a stand, so that's how you know he's gay.
So you just say he has a stand, so that's how you know he's gay? I mean, he's not wrong.
Since this boss is technically a memory, we're just gonna forget that he exists. Maybe should have done that during the fight. So all that's left to do now is get into the giant tree so I can finally kill God. I've always had a grudge against that guy. After all, he made the British Isles, and some crimes cannot be forgiven. If it isn't my
Foul
old
Chungus.
friend, the tarnished who gets no bitches and stacks no paper. How are you alive exactly? How are you still single? Once I called the demigod's family.
Also, fun fact, depending on where you go, you can actually run into him taking control of a regular mob in the middle of the fields in Altus Plateau, sort of on the lead up to this whole city. It looks like a normal dude, and then he sort of shimmers and turns into this guy, and then you can fight him again there too.
But that was before I became racist. Though your tenacity deserves praise, it is for naught. For I have never lost a debate. What the fuck is wrong with you? Cancel culture strikes again. Oh god, this fight is good.
Oh my god.
Really fucking good. I just didn't sign up to play Sekiro today. That quirked up white boy do be busting it down sexual style, and his secret is methamphetamine. This shit is fast. Very, very fast. Faster than a Genshin player's trajectory to prison. So fast that the hammer doesn't even wait for phase 2. They call him Home Depot DoorDash because he's delivering the tools straight to you. Also, yes, I can make his weapon change color at will. It's like a speed run for epileptics. But what makes this fight difficult is not just the speed, not just the mobility, and definitely not just the damage. Although there is a lot of that, but just how many fucking moves this man has, and all of them
so
have different
many
attack speeds, so have fun with that. This time around, we've got daggers, hammers, spears, a lot of swords, and a little bit of trolling. I remember when Dark Souls bosses were just an obese man. We were so young, but this does beg the question.
Also, fun fact that obese man, aka the Asylum Demon, is the literal exact same enemy as those tree avatar things. It's the exact same. The tree avatars have like one more move.
I was Morgott just hanging out in front of Stormvale.
Once you
Was
see
he
it, you
getting
can't
his
unsee
groceries? Did he use a VPN? The only assumption I can make is that he just really hates you, and yeah,
Was
I
he
can fucking
sponsored?
feel that. I also hate me. So to come out on top, we've got to remain quick, brace the inside of our asshole, and to verify our online sources with correct documentation, because this is the hardest boss so far, and the easiest boss for the rest of the game. So whether we're delivering pizza or attempting deicide, Morgott will bring you the Home Depot experience, whether you're ready or not.
Actually, I think that depends on if you fought Rykard yet. I think Rykard is an easier boss than this, like, because he's a gimmick boss though. It almost doesn't count.
And the answer is usually not.
Anime montage incoming. I bet my model would look absolutely insane if I turned on the visual effects on that.
That fight was the fucking bomb. It was a hard-fought battle, but now it is time for me to claim my rightful throne. Fuck, I'm going to make God pay for this. All we have to do is go through the, Oh, this probably has an explanation, but something
Light
tells
it
me I'm
all
not
on
going to like
fire.
it. Oh well, time to go. My actual objective is worse.
Wait. Okay, now I actually have to read. That went by so fast, I'm just curious. My honest reaction, wait. Sir, move over. Can't you see she's pregnant? Me. Kill, kill, kill. Oh god, I shouldn't say that. Shout out to cat smelling cameras for real. Persona fans when the Persona fan walks
My
in.
actual
Oh my
objective
god.
is worse than this. Much, much worse than this. So, yeah, that's great. Look, I need help getting into the glow stick tree. Do you have any shears?
Oh, why didn't you say so?
No reason in particular.
Nah, don't worry about him. He's, doing stretches. For the next 5,000 years.
What?
Anyways, you need to, burn the tree.
Excuse me?
You need to go to Giant Mountain and burn someone to death. I want that shit to look like a road flare.
You are scaring me.
The pain is immense and without limit.
How about I just go kill Satan instead?
You cannot run from me!
Welcome everyone to the Mountain of Agony, both in the lore and in gameplay, but mostly gameplay. Home of the fifth demigod, Satan, literally just Satan, Lucifer, the big D, if you will, who has made his home inside of a literal volcano where he intends to commit blasphemy in peace. Just one problem, we gotta climb that shit ourselves, and the main way up is, a little bit linear. I call it the Habsburg family tree because this shit is a circle, one with a higher population of apes than Twitter.com. My favorite part was the horrifying darkness of my Appalachian camping trip. Something is after me, but I don't know what it is. Now don't get me wrong.
If only you could have bought a lantern for your belt. Man, words are hard sometimes.
A lot to discover, but half of it is igneous rock, and what remains is a bit of special. Just gotta take out this enemy over here when...
Did you know that those enemies are called virgin abductors or abductor virgins?
Suddenly bird jump scare.
Wild.
It feels a bit like every level collaborated to make this one. We've got people, monkeys, spastic robots, and you better believe that the hands are back. We even get to see the handyman himself. He's getting really out of hand this time. You could say that I have my hands full. This is hands down the stupidest joke in the video. So after climbing up a little bit, 3 ladders in a row, we gaze over a cliff whereupon Patches just breaks my fucking skeleton. Guess I have to climb all the way back up. The top of the mountain is really fun though, especially when my computer decides to work. It's like Disneyland for Victorian peasants, or just Yugoslav war criminals. I think Satan might be up to something. It's just a guess though. So after 3 days of assorted
I can't imagine.
mischief making, we finally arrive at the Volcano Manor. But at that size, it's more like a volcano-gated community. Little did I know what I was getting into, starting with the, red. Like all the flags this is giving me. I feel like I'm inside of a gaming PC. Maybe this woman can give us more info.
Well, my gaming PC is purple, I will have you know.
Feeling
Is that fucking Iron Mouse?
creative today, aren't we?
I am the virtual YouTuber of this mansion, Tannis.
Yup.
And this is Gug. Gug is in pain.
Aren't we all?
Anyways, can I interest you in joining the forces of Satan? We offer coupons.
For what exactly?
I am sold. Also, she just recently finished this game on stream like a couple weeks ago, month ago. I don't know.
Mostly funerals, but sometimes Tesco.
Well, you know what? I do want to attack God, and the mood lighting here is sick as fuck. Where do I sign?
What a
Oh,
poll.
you don't sign, you kill.
What?
We crave innocent blood, traveler, and I expect a sufficient donation. After all, you are what you eat, and
Give me
I
some of
am a
those
child of
akasupas.
God.
I think I chose the wrong voice actor.
Hail Satan!
Well, I guess since I serve Satan now, my outfit needs to get a little edgier, and my weapons need to become a little veggier. Potatoes aren't the only things that these can peel, and as a fresh recruit to the Army of Darkness, I now have access to the office break room. It is surprisingly nice, so long as you avoid the souls of the damned. I do not care.
This zone is always where I would end my sessions. I would just like to go and sit by the beautiful bonfire and just sit there and just wait. It's a good time.
Who the IRS sends, I am not paying taxes. Also, half my fellow demons have scoliosis, so let's just...
She's a
collect their
gamer
first
for real,
target, instead of talking to them.
She's
And if
shrimping
I'm going
hard.
to kill the innocent, I might as well do it with some chill beatings by Dr. Dre to relax and study to.
I actually did do a dual whip run Don't ask me why. It was kind of fun though. It worked better than I might have thought.
I think we might be the bad guys. Just kidding, I don't think. Oh shit, wrong door.
Congratulations, traveler. You have proven yourself my finest sin.
My sins are unforgivable.
You get to meet Satan now.
Oh, what's the occasion?
Dinner.
Can I leave now?
Have fun.
Hi there, Satan. Did you fall from heaven? I don't think you liked that one. Hey guys, Maxor here, and today we're gonna be trapped in, hell. Yeah, so turns out war crimes and orgies are sins. Don't ask. So now that we're in hell, I get to meet all of my favorite heroes, such as Ronald Reagan, and also all the landlords that now killed. But to navigate this new landscape of fire and brimstone, we must venture into the many circles of hell, each one complete with their own trials and punishments, but mostly punishments. Now as for me, I was sent to the circle of greed for being a YouTuber, and my punishment is continuing to make this video. It is
Truly. Holy crap. Man, I am not a good video editor. This just actually hurts my soul to think about that many edits all in time.
It's 4 in the morning. Now the first thing you see in this level, and I mean the first thing, is an anchor direction. This tells us that we're in the circle of lust, where all the Genshin players reside. You know, I'm a really big fan of Sugma Kokomi. Boy, I sure do love being surrounded by women. Genshin Impact video very soon. Just gotta turn this corner and
holy crap.
Just standing there. Well, I'm sure he won't be bothering me anytime later. Oh my
just
God,
gooning in the corner. It's fine.
The Compresse Demon. Now for our next stop in every Denny's ever made, we're heading into Hell's Assisted Living Center, which is filled with unbaptized infants and the disabled. It was at this moment that I knew I was not being punished, but that I was the punishment. Also, Jesus Christ, this is darker than Ethiopia. After which we find ourselves in the circle of torch because the residents are a bit sluggish. I know, very funny stuff. It's time for some fun volcano facts with Maxor. Did you know that lava cannot hurt you as long as you are backstepping? Try to do it in real life. Actually, at this point, the lava is more of a suggestion. Summer enjoyers be like, at least there be no snow. Oh boy, I sure do.
Honestly, the lava is weirdly almost the swamp in this game. It just makes you move slowly and makes you take damage, but hardly any at all. It's a very strange choice.
Who love taking a walk in the great state of Arizona. So after we're finished navigating the kinky neighborhood, we head into the next circle of hell, the heresy, which is accessed when I pull a bridge out of the room temperature lava. This is where God puts all the papists after being dragged into the storm drain. Their Sisyphean punishment is that they have to get laid on Gmail. Delete every other website. You have to fuck and suck on Gmail. Now if you'll excuse me, I'll be attending mass to steal the wine.
I honestly don't even have anything to add. This is just wild.
Hey guys, welcome back to my 600-pound death, and on today's episode, we're going to be fighting the skinniest Reddit mod. This is not what I meant when I said I wanted jiggle physics. I think this boss may have had a few too many
I hate this
wafers.
boss.
How many of those do you have to eat before it's considered one entire Jesus? This is your body, broken for me. Now, unlike the other foreskin brother, the absolute girth of this man might make you think we're in for a slower fight, but you are wrong. That would make the game easier. He is even faster than that, and that just makes me go from depressed to impressed. And just like last time, his second phase is absolute body horror. Genuinely just the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life. Please consult your doctor before engaging in any Nico Kato maxing. I think I'm gonna be here for a few more minutes. But finally, the bloated design. Body positivity. No, I have body negativity. Also, holy shit, this music goes hard. This is an absolutely inappropriate boss theme for the inside of a Walmart. I think it's about time that we shave off some of that excess skin. Come on, do it. Give me your skin.
Christ. Yeah, if you look at their armor, it's literally made of skin and you can see like faces in it. It's horrifying.
If you aren't comfortable in your own flesh, you should pull it off. So now that I've officially shot Biggie Biggs, we can finally grab the and continue on our route towards the average Californian summer. Me being sent to hell, they forgot to take my Bluetooth speaker away. That's right, we're finally here, the heart of the beast, home of deceitful serpents and their evil minions. You know, Washington. Also, more ladders. But honestly, it's a bit, easy to get lost in here. Personally, though, I don't think there's much here that we haven't already talked about, besides the Egged One, just your standard committee of child skinners. So, we're just gonna teleport straight to the boss, which is the actual way you do it because of the reasons why. All right, Satan, I've served you for too long. Now prepare to feel my...
Please tell me he actually figured out the gimmick.
Wait a second.
Please. Okay, I see the weapon. All right, he got it. He got it.
Welcome everyone to Doom Internalizing My Abuse, and today we're going to be fighting the we're going to Google how to kill him, because as it turns out, the reptile exhibit is in need of some heavy ordnance, of which I am an expert. The Serpent Hunter is, and I quote, on some anime shit, a weapon of mass destruction specifically built to kill just snakes, you know, like a secretary bird. It's also, 3 feet from the entrance. That's like giving chocolate out in a dog pound. God may give me his toughest battles, but so too do we get his largest gun. We just
True. Oh, good frame pause. When I first got this weapon, I thought that it only did its thing with its weapon art. So I beat him entirely using the weapon art of it without ever trying to do an R1 or R2, which was incorrect. I mean, the weapon art does do work, but it is way, way easier to just use your main and heavy attacks. But I didn't even think to check, and a lot of people don't even think to check if they even do this, which I thought was funny. I also, spoilers for the DLC, oh my gosh, what is his name? The snake boss in that DLC. I went and found this weapon buried somewhere in my inventory to see if it also worked on that snake boss. Sadly, it doesn't. That would have been a sick callback if they like let you use that weapon but didn't give you any hint that you could do it. You just had to remember that you had this special anti-snake heresy weapon. Would have been sick.
just went from Storm Ruler to Storm Meter Stick. This fight is the coolest shit I've ever seen. It is so satisfying to use this weapon, and the damage is absolutely biblical. My favorite part was when Cain beat his brother to death with a rock. The only drawback is that you are too strong, and dodging him is a little easy because the snake will signal every attack by pogging. But if I had to choose a boss to be easy, this one is pretty fucking up there. And trust me, I know about fucking up. Just ask the war crime trials. I have something to admit, guys. I didn't really kill anyone in the war. I only kill people like you. Tomorrow. But as for this boss, his difficulty does not get in the way of the fun, of which there is plenty. I think the best attack is the one where he slimes me at the Kids' Choice Awards. Plus, I am always down for animal abuse, especially after the animal abuses me. So with that out of the way, I think it's about time that we graduate this noodle from endangered to extinct.
Yup. Stack destroyed.
Aren't you dramatic?
Oh shit, phase 2.
Mount Gelmir, number 15, Praetor Rykard. It appears that you are trying to cut off my pet snake, so in return, I will now cut off yours.
Not my pet
the
snake.
last thing you want on your journey to hell is to join the Serpent King as family, but as it turns out, that might be what you get.
Oh my fucking god. It's finally him. It's Satan. I'm your biggest fan. Oh, welcome everyone to the second phase of life, also known as death.
Kind of wish that he got
Iron
Iron Mouse to do this some voice also.
Along with everyone he's ever consumed. That's right. This entire time, we were participating in the world's most complicated buffet. Not to mention, I'm carrying the souls of 4 entire demigods, so I just delivered Rykard his fucking pizza. But if you want to get eating, first you have to get eaten. Buy an immortal snake and live on him like a tumor. That's called making a deal. Now as for the gameplay, it's a little intense. You know, kind of spooky, kind of makes me cry. Because this boss, on top of his normal moveset, can use every snake attack, just like Metal Gear Solid. But that isn't even the
the remote mines, the rocket launchers.
The 50 goddamn explosive skulls at the loudest possible volume and then dips my screen into a vat of hot oil. I guess hell was just built on a missile system. I could not tell you what's happening on the screen right now. The best way I can describe this fight is that it gives brain damage, just like playing Valorant, but in a good way, unlike playing Valorant. Even still, this battle is not about
you
that.
actually feel
It is
satisfaction
all
when you
about
win
the
this game.
spectacle, the weaponry, and of course the violence. It is a gimmick fight done absolutely correct, even if it hurts my eyes a bit. But if this fight gets one thing right, it is definitely
The audacity of this man to say anything hurts his eyes while presenting us this video at the same time. Seizure pride flag.
style. And while this battle may be long, you know, like a cat, goddamn does it deliver.
Dude, I love these boss montages that he does. They're so good.
Man, you two are a match made in hell. Hey, so, I might have killed Satan.
You
Hey,
fucking
it's your boy.
Yeah, so, where did she go? Oh, she's eating what?
She's hungry. Okay, wow, that was great. Apparently the comments say, let's see, his top comment that he pinned is saying, "Hi everyone, if you're here coming from part 3 or future videos, you might notice that part 1 and 2 seem quite different. I had a worse pretty much everything. So if it's only going to get crazier from here, I am looking forward to it. I'll definitely be recording more of these. I hope you're enjoying it. I feel like I don't have that much to add sometimes because it's just such a visual spectacle that I'm just constantly locked in and have no idea what's happening. But it is great.